And in my opinion, as technology continues to speed up the pace of change, the huge opportunity for Kaiser and anybody else in the healthcare industry is to help others see the opportunities through wellness and managing as continues to be our reality. Because this is not going away. This is the reality. Speed of change, fast pace of change. And your change reaction creates a chain of actions. So how you behave and change, if you're behaving in the way that we talked about earlier with the ebb and flow, then you're actually creating a chain reaction of people then moving on to their next encounter with that same level of ebb and flow and energetic change and switch. So as we mentioned with the generations, some of the changes that are happening from a generational standpoint is Zoomers are really looking at reinventing themselves. You know, I just read in the USA Today, I think it was yesterday, the number of retirees that are planning to retire in the next 2 years in the US. By the way, I have a couple of statistics for you that are shifting all of this. I'm an ex-banker, by the way. Banking and insurance was my career long before I started my own consulting firm 18 years ago. But I remember when I started in banking at the age of 18, I remember my boss saying to me, you know, you'll want to hang in there for your pension. And I was 18 years old. And by the way, when I left the bank, I was 28, so I'd been there 10 years. And by the way, one of my favorite sayings is people don't leave their jobs, they leave their leaders. And in this case, it was true for me because my boss's name was Hal. It should have been Hell. And when I went up to him and said that I'd been headhunted and I was leaving to go elsewhere for more money and more options, he looked right at me and he said, well, what about your pension? I was now 28. And I looked at him and I said, if I'm going to live the rest of my life based on that, then that's just not going to work for me at that time. Now, I'm a classic example of a Zoomer/Gen X cusper because I'm 50 years old, 63. Now, hey, if Barack Obama can call himself Gen X, I can too. So Gen X Zoomer cusper. But for me, what was really important at that point in time was recognizing that I wanted to be able to reinvent, and I never looked at retirement as a holy grail. But interestingly enough, there's a statistic now in the US and in Canada that the average age of retirement in the workplace is being extended. Hear it, are you ready for the number? Age of 75. Yes, I know. I know, Tom. So hang on though. Here's what we typically think about is we think of retirement in the way our parents retired. But Zoomers are saying, no, that's not how I'm going to do it. What I'm going to do is collect my pension, and then I'm going to go and work elsewhere part-time. Or the company that I got my pension from is going to hire me back and pay me after they've paid my pension. Now, I know some of you are thinking, wow, that's a huge implication when it comes to affordability and other aspects, but I want you to know that the thinking around retirement is not what it was. And it is shifting, and it's shifting rapidly. And this is affecting us not only in the workplace, but in the realities of our customers. And trust me, clients like Walmart and Nestle and some of these other groups that I've worked with, this is very prominent in their mind right now. How are we going to, and the reason companies are hiring back the Zoomers is because there's a lot of intelligence, there's a lot of hard drive there that's come from time on job.